Hey everyone, I hope you're good and once again welcome back to my new video everyone. In today's video I'm going to talk about on a very specific topic. That is understanding each other's, okay? Because and you must be asking that why, what makes you talk about on this topic? Do you understand other people? Absolutely not. But it doesn't mean that I do not understand anybody. Okay, I do not understand anyone in my life. I never understood anybody. It's wrong, okay? Because I'm 20 years old, so I now I have this much, mature. I'm this much mature to understand the person, what the person actually want from me, what the person is really thinking about the other person. Okay, so these are things I have learned over the period of many years or many months, and especially in some days I'm seeing this thing very much in the village, especially because in village you see very different world than the city. Because I lived in a city, not I do not belongs to city, but I live more than 8 years. I have been living in the city. So in city's life, what is it's very difficult. I would not say difficult, it's very different from the village life. Okay, in village life you will see somebody's house in very separated from the village. It's in the forest, it's in the very woods, in the middle of the woods. Okay, so you see a very different thing, and wife is spending his her time with his wife, with her wife, with her husband and children, if they have. And yeah, just doing that thing all the time, all the day. And if you compare that thing to the in the cities, so cities life is very different. Okay, you can't imagine that okay, this person can live like this also in village. If you see anybody and you think, you will obviously think about that. Why? Because that will make you think about. Okay, because today I have seen, sorry, I have seen many houses in as alone. Okay, as alone, there was no neighbors around that house. There was nothing around that house. It was in the wood, in the middle of wood. And I was like, damn, how they're living in this kind of a area, how they are doing what they're doing. I do not have any idea. I just want to say that very good, absolutely salute for that, those kind of guys, that whosoever is living in that woods, in the middle of the woods. But which brings me okay, yeah, which brings me to cover that topic, which I'm just gonna tell you in this video, is that understanding each other. Yeah, because that's really important. If you see in village or anywhere who is living best life, what is best life, you will decide what is best life. I cannot give you the sentence or the statement, okay, this is the definition of best life. Nobody can decide. It depends. Okay, it varies. The definition can vary from person to person, because we cannot say that okay, this is perfect life, this is good life, this is bad life. Obviously there are some criteria which defines good life and bad life, but that doesn't mean okay, it is perfect life. It has to be lived by everybody. Okay, somebody choose to live in peace, somebody choose to live in alone, somebody choose to live in society or in crowd or in very expensive or very normal place. So everybody's choice is very different from each other. So we cannot say that okay, this is good life, this is bad life. Okay, but yeah, there are certain things where we can think, where we can say that okay, this is good and this is bad. But I'm just talking about the journal or specific to you know good and bad life. Yeah, so yeah, understanding, I was talking about to understanding is very important. Why? Because see, if you are in village, if you born in village and you grew up in village, so you will understand in very deep way, in a very good way. Why? Because In village, they understand everybody's. Why? Because you, everybody is not that much that much evil like cities. I would not say they are also evil. They are also very mean. They are also very, selfish. Some people behave like this in village, in sorry, in cities, because city people are like very creepy. I'm also from that, not that category, but I'm also from city, so you can call me also like that. But I never behave like that. So yeah, I guess so. I'm not belong to that category. I guess so. But yeah, in village, everybody is, if you are living in somebody's near to the house, so they see you as a relatives, not as a neighbor. So this is the real difference between in a village or in cities. In city, you are just a neighbor of that person. Okay, you're not any relative for that person, and which is absolutely okay. Okay, I'm not saying that you should make that person as your relative, because that is not the case. Okay, because that person doesn't belong to you in your any known person. That is unknown person, so you will call it as a neighbor, because that person is living in your societies or nearby you or nearby your house, so you, that's why you're calling neighbor. Although just telling you, okay, you already know that what I'm just me what I mean to say that. So yeah, so they understand. That's why they, if then they call relatives that person in village, then they start understanding each other, and they become really good neighbors, really good in everything. And now from there, they start understanding about the emotion and needs. I'm not saying cities people are not capable to understand. They are already capable. They are already doing a lot of things to understand. But something is inside my head. I don't know what is inside my head. So yeah, so I'm not saying that they are not capable to understand. Of course they are capable. They cannot do anything. Oh my god, something's moving really bad in my head, in my here. Let me see that. Okay, good. Now it's perfect. Okay. So yeah, if you want to run any relationship to live fast, means to long, for the long last. So bro, right now I am very very young. I know you can call me mad, you will call me dumb, mad, fool, whatever you call, I don't care. You have to really understand each other. Really means really, not from a selfish way, not from your, oh my god, blood is there. I have one problem also. Yeah, today's video is not recording in the best way because something is happening very bad in my legs. I do not call what is khujli in English. I forget that. I really forget that. So this is happening to my leg, and I'm just doing that, and my focus is on that task. That's why I'm not able to record in a proper way. So for that I'm very very sorry. But I hope you understood today's video. See, did you hear that sound? That's natural. I do not care about that thing. Yeah, so that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you understood. I know I did not, and I did not, record in a best way like my normal videos. As usual, I make video. I do not. This video is not like that. So for that, I'm really really sorry for that. But that doesn't mean that I should never ever record. Of course, I will record. Nothing can stop me from not recording my video. Okay, because I got a challenge, so that's why I'm recording and I have to practice my English stuff. So, second reason is that, so I have to record. That's it, guys, for today's video. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, keep learning and keep exploring your life.